for the major Marine ball right here. And EMP Shockwave going off on the Immortals, on the Temps too. The Temps have no energy right now. The Temps are worthless. They morph into an Archon, but is it gonna be enough to hold against this Marine Marauder ball who have stim packs now, stimming it up, pushing in another Side Storm going down on this game. Oh, high level play, StarCraft 2, the gods. Oh, this is so good to watch and cast. This is such a close game, guys. Now we're seeing some micro being used here. The Marauders hightailing it into the choppers and running away. Somehow the Protoss player holding on here for dear life. And wow, this is the main income right now for our Protoss player. His natural expansion now almost getting mined out. And if he loses this base, if he had lost that battle and lost his base, that would have been it. That would have been GG for the Protoss player. But the game continues on as PredY continues to saturate his second expo, and the Planetary Fortress once again online and functional. Oh, this game's been going for a while. Got to get some sips of water there. But looking at PredY, is he making the tech switch into a mech army now? He does have 3 factories up. Could it be a hybrid army of mech and bio? It'll be interesting to see. Of course, Siege Tank's not very effective against Immortals. And oh, a drop going off here. Did not catch this. My apologies on the minimap. Should have seen it. But it looks like the Marines and Marauders dropping straight into the gateways, into the warp gates, and taking them out. 2 warp gates, 2 pylons go down. No response so far from fiRstaNdLast to deal with these Marines and Marauders. Where is the Templars? Where are the Psystorm? Is he really going to let all of his production facilities go down? All 6 warp gates going down here. Meanwhile, a counterattack as he once again tries to take out this Planetary Fortress. He knows, Protoss player knows that this is the only income for the Terran player right now. That those SCVs forming a circle around that Planetary Fortress to heal it. Psystorm's going down. Oh, it's just so much action, and all the warp gates, guys, have gone down. Oh, PredY here taking out all the production facilities for our Protoss player. Technically, he still can produce Immortals or perhaps Colossus if he gets a robotics facility, but he's really far behind now. He has to reproduce all of his warp gates, and he did not, critically, he did not take out this Planetary Fortress. Neither did he take out these SCVs. And meanwhile, another assault here as fiRstaNdLast tries to take the 3 o'clock gold. That's going to go down. And he actually has dropped off a probe here at the bottom right-hand corner. And he's going to capture this Island Expo, and this is going to be a hidden Expo for all purposes, really, because the Terran player probably won't see that Expo going up until way later in the game. And these 2 Vikings have been landed here for quite some time already. Close game so far, guys. Looks like the Warp Prism is loading up some probes to ferry over to the island expansion at the bottom right. Meanwhile, fiRstaNdLast desperately trying to rebuild his warp gates. He really needs his warp gates back up. Right now, PredY once again has an opportunity to move in, I think, and take the game, simply because fiRstaNdLast doesn't have the ability to reinforce his army. And he does have a window of opportunity here to move in, while those warp gates are coming back online. This is all that there is for the Protoss player. This is his army, and that is it. There is nothing else. And I'm surprised that PredY isn't pushing his advantage. He knows that the Protoss player doesn't have any warp gates right now. And I'm just going to fool around with some of these tabs as both players continue to build up, and in the case of fiRstaNdLast, rebuild. No golds for you, Protoss player. PredY has denied those gold expos time and time again. And it looks like PredY is going for his own island expo. He probably just ferried the SCV through by dropship means, but he could have also built a command center, loaded it up with 5 SCVs, and then dropped it off at the island expansion as well. And now he's basically allowed Protoss firstsandlast to rebuild his army. He's got a lot of high temps in his army now. His warp gates are once again online and functional. And the game continues onward. Oh no, 2 dropships coming in, 1 dropship getting taken out. All full of forces just getting absolutely destroyed. Will this dropship go down? No, it does make it out just in the nick of time. And a Ghost. Did it get the EMP shockwave off? No, it did not. Critically. Not enough energy on the Ghost. Although, did it snipe the High Templars? Because I don't see any High Templars at all. In this army, I've got to assume that the High... No, well, there are some more High Templars back here, but keep in mind that Ghosts do have the ability to snipe, which one-shots High Templars. And I'm almost tempted to rewind the video just to see if snipe was used on those High Templars. Meanwhile, a big army building up here for our Terran player PredY. He's could this game go on to become a 200 supply versus 200 supply army? Oh, this is going to be interesting to see. The Protoss player also rebuilding at 168 out of 168, so his army is actually quite big as well. And could this be an engagement? Could firstsandlast be thinking about going in against this huge siege tank fortified army with a planetary fortress as well? Oh no, he's going to actually get his warp prism here and try to drop off, but it gets taken out by the missile turrets. But now firstsandlast does know that there is a command center up and running at that top left-hand location. Meanwhile, once again trying to establish this gold expansion as both players find themselves starting to run out perhaps of resources, and knowing that they're going to have to win this game in the long term, they're going to have to eke out every little bit of resource on this map. It's almost like the world where it's running out of oil and you got to get the oil, because if you don't, you're going to fall behind, and it's kind of like that. So very interesting as both players realize that the world's resources are running out. And here we go, the Terran player moving in against the Protoss, and there's actually a lot of warp gates over here at this third expo as well. All of these warp gates are probably going to go down. No reinforcements nearby to really help. And yeah, all the warp gates going to go down. Nexus goes down as well, but really not too much mining going on here. Meanwhile, a major attack going on here at the top left-hand corner that I completely missed, unfortunately. But it looks like somehow the Protoss player took out the command center and all of those siege tanks that were fortified. Ghost here coming in. Is he going to use a snipe? No, he's going to EMP shockwave. Some of the temps still have energy though, storming those Marines. Meanwhile, back over here, Dark Templars seem to have pushed back and repelled the attack. And wow, this is a major push here for the Protoss player. Still no answer from PredY, as PredY finds Immortals and Stalkers all up inside his natural expansion, finally pulling back his major attack force here to deal with this. So both players inflicting major casualties on each other, each of them taking out their third expo at that location and this location right here. And once again, I apologize, I didn't catch the attack that happened here. A lot of action starting to happen around the map. And not sure why those Marines used the stim pack there. Kind of a waste of energy, but could we be seeing PredY recapture this expo yet again? Doesn't seem like he really needs the gas, and there's not much resources there, so probably not going to spend the 400 minerals for another command center. And really at this point, he should probably just lift off this orbital command. And he's actually in a bit of trouble. If you guys look on the minimap, the Protoss player has captured both the gold expansions at this point in the game, and he is harvesting from the 9 o'clock one. Meanwhile, major battle going